Well, there you go. Filter's working really well. I can see the bottom. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but on the camera, but I can see the bottom, so. There's one eye. What do you want, one eye? Huh? What do you want, bud? Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do any more digging at all or not. I might make the shallow end a little bit deeper on this side so I can put more sand in. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to really do any more digging. If I want to, after I get my measurements done, I don't know if I'll make the deeper end deeper or not, because when I put those extra shelves in, they'll take up a bit more room from the liner as well, because it'll have to bump up and bump down, right? Well, I got things started. I'm repainting. I got another big can of paint over there. This is what I had left over from 2019 for paint. Well, it's wood stain, to be more precise. But this here's the old wood, and I got a lot of wood downstairs that I need to paint to make up for it. That ramp to my shed over there, I'm going to be redoing that as well. I'll do that with the stain so it'll match the pond. Well, I'm finally finished digging, and I've been doing some painting today, a little bit at a time. I got all those painted over there. The dark ones are the old boards. I'll probably use those on the bottom. These are the new ones here. I'm about ready to turn them so I can paint the rest of them. Yeah, I'll be putting those on top of each other, and you'll see how it goes together. It will give a good outline for the pond. The other thing I was thinking about doing was taking 2x4 like this, and putting it across like that. Have one that fits, of course, all the way across, and then the liner will go over top of it, giving it a ridge, so the sand will stay in its section instead of falling down to the next section, and then end up all on the bottom. That's one thing I'm thinking about doing. Well, the land is kind of sloped like that, so I dug down on this side a little bit. That way it will level it off on the top. Now I'll go put my first layer of boards in place and see what it looks like. Well, I got half of my first layer of the ridge, and I'll show you how I'm going to be fitting the second part of my first layer on. Is watch my step here. They'll overlap themselves, as you can see. All right, which will give them extra strength. And down at the other end, I'll be lapping that stuff as well, which will connect them together, because as you can see, they're totally separate right now. All right, but I'll do a board all the way across like I did down there, across here, and then I'll take from this end and go all the way that way. What are you splashing about over there, boy? Huh? What are you splashing about over here? Yeah. You want in your new pond already? Yeah. Fishies, what you do for them, huh? Anyway, get back to her. Here we go. Got the first layer. The liner will come up and go over top this. It's not perfect, but it doesn't really need to be. And then I'll put those 4x4s on top of the liner and squeeze the liner down. But before I put the 4x4s on top, squeezing the liner down, I'll let this liner in the water settle for a few days. That way I won't be straining the liner later on. Yeah, I had a little issue trying to get that just right, but I got it right there. You can see the mess with the way it went, but it worked. How the guys doing? Hello in here. How you doing, big guy? Ooh. Yeah, and those wider boards will go for this ramp I'm standing on. It's all messed up and broken, rotted out. And another job. Well, I got the board in place so I can keep the sand in the shallow end. And these two other levels right here, I'm not going to bother putting sand on them because they just fall down into the deep end and make it not so deep. I dug the deep end a little bit deeper today, by maybe an inch, somewhere around an inch and a half maybe. Needed some more dirt for leveling off over there around the shed. Anyway, it's rug time. Rug the bottom, put my protective liners in place, and then we'll see what it looks like after that. Oh, I got the rug work done. Next is the old liners to go in place. Well, I got two of the protective liners in place. They only fit halfway now. Made the pond quite a bit bigger. Using some staples to help hold them in place. That liner there, I'm gonna try to center it. That way if the other liner gets a hole, that one might shield the bottom part. Anyway, I'll try to get that one in place and see how it looks. Well, I got the last protective liner in place. I think I overdid it like I did last time. Oh well. If you have it, you might as well use it, I say. One tarp would have probably done the trick. I could have went and bought one brand new tarp that would fit the whole thing, but it was cheaper just to use what I had. A little more elbow grease, but still gets the trick done. Basically, that's just to shield it from any rocks or anything from the bottom side up to the liner. Anyway, next job is to actually get the real liner out here. Well, I got it stretched out. Now to try to turn it, then get her in place over in that mess. Move some things around so I can get it done. Well, I got way more liner than I need from the looks of things. There's my shallow end. Yes, I'm in with my socks. Yeah. It's a lot of rigging and rolling, but I'm getting there. Well, I got it reasonably put in. It looks real rough. Anyway, time to put some dirt and then some sand on it. It's giving rain tomorrow. Well, I got the sand in place and some water then down there. It's giving rain tomorrow, so I figured I'd use some of my some water from my rain barrel. And I used a little bit here. I cleaned that filter again and unhooked that one because I don't need the UV when you got no green water. The plants will keep it under control now. Ain't that right, big guy? Oh, get him with stick. Yeah. Sash him. Anyway, there's my sandy bottom. I got dirt underneath the sand. And this is going to take a lot more water than the other one because it's a lot bigger. 6 inches wider and 2 feet longer at this end here. So, and I ain't putting sand on those middle levels because it's pointless. It'll just roll down into the bottom. But that board I had across there, it's doing its job there, keeping the, see, I'll be able to plant in that section there. I'll be able to put these plants here. I'll be able to put those in there and they'll grow like crazy. And that lily pad there in the container, I'll set the container on the second level down right there, and lily pad will come up from that. So I'll have pads all over the place. Fish are gonna love it.